So I broke everything. And I mean everything, kind of in the same way that I'm breaking the rules today with this video. Technically, today should be a Tokyo Tuesday, and while I am getting a video out to you on a Tuesday, it's not one of my usual Tokyo Tuesdays. The reason being is that this story today is something that I have been waiting to tell you guys for a while, and I just couldn't wait anymore. So yeah, I'm breaking the rules. The same way that I broke my camera, and I broke my lens, and I broke my... You know what? We haven't even finished the Canada vlog, so let's start there. I'd love to say last day in Canada, but it's not even the last day. Today's just the leaving day. Last Tim Hortons, and now off to catch that flight. Goodbye, a wide open Canadian airport with no people. Love this, man. Seriously, like nobody. I will miss the wide open spaces of Canada though. In fact, I already do. Speaking of Canada and Canadians, I was genuinely surprised at how many of you were actually from my original hometown, and like how we never met. That is not a very big city. That is kind of amazing. The entire Canada trip had just flown by so incredibly that I hadn't had the opportunity to introduce you guys to one of the single, if not the single, most important woman. Have I introduced your mom? No. Have you been on here yet at all? No. I've been in Canada for 2 weeks and you haven't been. This is my mom. Hi, Mom.
Hi.
Love you, Mom.
Love you.
We had all these videos planned, but then 2 weeks just flew by.
Way too fast.
Like that Tokyo Tuesday where I talked about should you come to Japan, we were gonna do a whole tandem thing together. Then Mom got sucked into work and we couldn't do it, so who needs a red carpet when you have your own Zamboni? It's so cool how it's got like these little lasers going zoom 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 all over it. Bye. No cameras beyond this point until I get in. Mom, I love you.
Love you too. Have a safe flight home.
Thank you. Thank you for making this trip.
We gotta do it again.
Next time longer? Much?
Yeah, I'm gonna need more time next time. It was way too quick. And that's when it happened. You see, I use this here Gorilla Pod with a ball head in order to hold my camera. In the rush and the hustle and bustle, I didn't properly tighten this little section here. Didn't notice that it had gradually gotten looser and looser. The camera slipped right out of the ball head and right onto the ground. So I just dropped my camera. Oh, seriously, this is so stressful to have to hold my camera like this. Like, I don't even know how it happened. Like, I always clamp this stuff on super, super tight. This camera has taken a beating during this trip. Like the other day I snapped the microphone in half. Oh, I had to epoxy the whole thing together. That was a whole thing. This time, the lens. All right, I'm going to try to see if I can't find tape. Oh, I hate having to hold it. If I can find some tape, then I won't have to keep holding it like this, and I might be able to actually get this thing back to Tokyo in one piece. And I don't even know if it's fixable or if I'll just have to buy a new lens, so. You know what? This guy's doing maintenance, I'm gonna ask him. I managed to pop it back together, but so I'm gonna do what any Canadian would do in this situation, and I'm gonna temporarily duct tape my lens back together. There we go, guys. Incredibly ghetto fix, but it should hold. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Seriously, that guy completely saved my life. We would have been cameraless for I don't even know how long because as soon as I get back, I'm not gonna have time to do lens shopping and all that stuff. So yeah, very lucky that we met that gentleman and he was willing to share his duct tape. We're all set up. It's an electronics vending machine. I could have bought another camera in there. We're having the same struggle with the announcements again. Everywhere we go. Thank goodness for the kindness of others, otherwise I would not have been able to get that camera back to Japan in one piece. That was a really stressful moment, and you know what that reminds me? Kindness of others. That Wi-Fi company, iVideo, had actually sent me to Canada with one of their Wi-Fi routers so that I'd be able to be connected the entire time. I've got to send this back. Luckily, they give you a prepaid envelope to send it back with. All I've got to do is drop it in there and put it in the post box. And you know what? I do think I gave them a bit of a shout out while I was at the airport because they saved me while I was in Canada. They saved me. This one's just from me. Again, not a paid promotion or anything, but I feel that I owe a pretty big debt of gratitude to iVideo, who sent me with this router all the way to Canada. Honestly, this thing saved me at least twice during my time here. There was one point where I kind of got stuck in a snowstorm. I had no idea where I was going. I had to reroute, and if I didn't have this, then I wouldn't have had access to Google Maps. So thank you to iVideo. As always, I'm going to link everything down below so that you guys can check out these little travel routers as well. Again, dirt cheap, like unbelievably cheap. So yeah, awesome company, huge help. Thank you guys so much. Also, if you don't know what that Wi-Fi thing is, it is the cheapest Wi-Fi that you can get, especially when traveling Japan. I'm gonna link. All that being said, it was time to get back to Japan. You see that? That's a sky tree. We're back. All right. I left my bags over here because Japan is safe. And you can do that. And it was literally just minutes after this that my camera just completely stopped working. It shut off and it just wouldn't turn itself back on. The Canada trip was way too tough on it. Honestly, it had been dropped and thrown around just far too many times. The first thing after arriving back in Tokyo, I had to deal with that. I came back last night. I have packed up the camera into its box and I've got to swing by the Canon repair center today and see if I can't get that thing repaired. And once the camera was dealt with, all that was left to do is basically pack up the broken lens and send it off to Sigma. Fingers crossed in hopes that they will be able to fix it. And that pretty much brings us to where we are right now. Now you guys know how I busted my camera, how I broke the lens, how I snapped my microphone. All in all, that was a really good trip, but it was a little pricier than I was expecting, simply on account of all the gear that I broke. My bad. Also, I had told you guys that I did find the camera that those tapes go into. This is that bad boy right here. But the thing about this, I don't have a charger, and even if I get a charger, I don't know if this camera still works. So I've got all these tapes just sitting and waiting to be checked out. I've got to get to Akihabara really soon and see if I cannot find a cable for that. I'm sure there's a shop that I always go to, and I'm very confident that it's gonna be there anyway. And that brings us to the last section. It has been a long time since I have done a Q&A for you guys. Like, a long time. The last one would have been that Q&A that I did on vlogging with Charla, but not everyone out there is a vlogger. That was kind of really for like, if you want to vlog, here's a Q&A for you. With all the Canada stuff, all the new information that's come out, if you guys have any new questions for me, please leave them in the comment section below. If you haven't seen the other Q&As, I'm going to leave a Q&A playlist right up here so that you guys can check it out. There's a ton of answers to stuff already in there. But otherwise, if you have any new questions, if you have anything else that you've been dying to ask, leave it in the comments below. I love doing Q&As with you guys. I cannot wait to get this one going. Again, I'm so sorry that this hasn't been a typical Tokyo Tuesday video. I just couldn't wait any longer to get this story out to you guys. I know that my camera gear is probably going to be coming back to me any day now. And you know what? I wanted to at least have this video shot and out to you before all the camera gear gets back. So, guys, thank you very much. Leave me something in the comments below. I can't wait to see what questions you guys come up with. Do not forget to hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. And we'll see you guys real soon. Bye-bye. I'm moderately disappointed that there are no ketchup chips in there, but we'll talk about that later.